Welcome back to Charette Theory. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most underrated but transformative elements of interior design, textiles. Whether it's the sofa you collapse into at the end of a long day, the curtains that filter light and frame your view, or the upholstery that defines how a chair feels when you sit down, fabrics do so much more than simply decorate a space. They set the tone, they influence comfort, and they often quietly determine the overall character of a room. In 2025, textiles are stepping into the spotlight in a bigger way. They're no longer thought of as just background layers, but as expressive, sustainable, and innovative features that can change the way we live with our interiors. Today, we'll look closely at the directions fabric trends are heading, focusing especially on sofas, curtains, and upholstery. Before we jump in, if you love exploring inspiring design ideas and architectural stories, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss out on what's coming next. Alright, let's get into it. Let's start with the sofa, often the anchor of the living room. This year, we're seeing fabrics that are both practical and luxurious. In the past, if you wanted durability, you had to settle for something plain, but in 2025 performance fabrics are being designed with texture and depth. Stain-resistant velvets, easy-clean chenilles, and eco-treated cotton blends are becoming mainstream, meaning your sofa can look high-end while still being family and pet-friendly. Texture is also becoming a design language of its own. Boucle hasn't gone away, it's still loved for its soft, tactile quality, but we're now seeing chunkier, more expressive weaves. Sofas in oatmeal, clay, and taupe tones carry these richer textures beautifully, offering a feeling of warmth and groundedness. At the same time, brushed wools and linen blends are gaining traction, appealing to those who want a mix of sophistication and everyday comfort. But it's not all about neutrals. Bold statement fabrics are making their way back into living rooms. Jewel-toned velvets in emerald and sapphire, upholstery inspired by natural elements like mineral striations or leafy motifs, and even geometric woven patterns are being used to turn a sofa into more than just seating, it becomes the room's statement piece. When we shift our focus to curtains, the story is about how these textiles can shape atmosphere. In 2025, layering is one of the strongest trends. Homeowners are pairing sheer curtains with heavier drapes, creating a system that's not only functional but also visually dynamic. During the day, sheer linens filter natural light, softening the brightness while still maintaining an open feel. In the evening, heavier wool or velvet panels slide into place, bringing privacy, insulation, and a sense of intimacy. The choice of material is also evolving. Natural fibers are leading the way, with linen at the top of the list. Linen curtains continue to resonate because of their organic look and relaxed elegance. Cotton and hemp blends are following closely, valued for their slightly irregular weaves that bring authenticity and handmade charm to interiors. These materials aren't just environmentally friendly, they also remind us that design can be honest and imperfect in beautiful ways. Patterns and colors are another big development. Curtains are no longer being treated as neutral backdrops. Instead, they're stepping forward as bold elements of design. Oversized prints, from botanical silhouettes to abstract painterly patterns, are adding energy to spaces. Rich colors like terracotta, deep indigo, and forest green are being chosen to frame windows, making curtains feel intentional and impactful. Upholstery in 2025 is expanding far beyond the sofa. Accent chairs, headboards, benches, dining chairs, and ottomans are all opportunities to bring in texture and style through fabric. A particularly exciting direction is mixed upholstery. Designers are experimenting with combining more than one fabric on a single piece. Imagine a chair with a leather back and a boucle seat, or a sofa that pairs neutral linen with patterned arm panels. These combinations not only make furniture feel unique but also add depth and storytelling to the design. Comfort is also a strong theme. Quilted and padded upholstery is making a return, especially in velvet, suede, and cotton fabrics. Channel tufting, which creates clean, linear ridges, is being used widely, giving furniture both a retro and a modern edge. The look is structured, but the feel is soft and enveloping. Another extension of this trend is upholstered walls and panels. Bedrooms in particular are seeing upholstered headboards stretch across the width of the wall, creating a sense of intimacy and softness. In living rooms, fabric wall panels are doubling as acoustic treatments, improving sound while adding a tailored, luxurious finish. By the way, if you're enjoying this so far, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. We've got a lot more ideas coming your way. Now, back to the details. Of course, no conversation about textiles in 2025 would be complete without discussing sustainability. Recycled textiles are becoming more refined, with manufacturers transforming plastics, old clothing, and industrial waste into fabrics that look and feel high-end. These recycled materials no longer feel like compromises. They're beginning to rival traditional options in both softness and durability. Plant-based innovations are also accelerating. Fabrics derived from sources like cactus, pineapple leaves, and even banana fibers are being developed as eco-friendly alternatives to leather and synthetics. These options are resilient, versatile, and align with a growing desire for materials that are both natural and responsible. And then there's the rise of smart fabrics. While still niche, we're starting to see textiles with built-in properties like stain resistance, moisture control, or even integrated heating. The idea of a sofa that stays cool in summer or warm in winter isn't too far off. These advances point toward a future where fabric doesn't just feel good, it actively adapts to improve comfort and functionality. With so many exciting trends, it's important to think practically about how fabrics will work in your home. For sofas, balance aesthetics with performance. If you have kids, pets, or a busy lifestyle, durable and easy-clean fabrics are a smarter choice than delicate weaves, no matter how beautiful they look. For curtains, consider how much control you want over light. A layered approach with both sheers and drapes gives you flexibility, letting you shift the mood of the room throughout the day. For accent upholstery, whether it's a chair or a headboard, don't be afraid to experiment. Bold fabrics that might feel overwhelming on a sofa can be perfect on smaller pieces, adding character without taking over the entire room. And above all, pay attention to how fabrics feel in person. Photos can't tell you how rough or soft something will feel when you touch it. A fabric that looks luxurious online may not be one you actually enjoy living with. The goal is to choose textiles that you'll not only admire visually but also appreciate every time you interact with them. Textiles shape our homes in subtle but powerful ways. In 2025, they're more versatile, sustainable, and expressive than ever. From textured upholstery that brings comfort and personality to bold curtains that redefine a room's atmosphere, fabrics are becoming central to how we design and live in our spaces. If you're planning a refresh this year, let fabrics lead your design choices. They're often one of the easiest and most impactful changes you can make. Thank you for joining me today on Charette Theory. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, stay tuned for more deep dives into design trends and ideas for your home.